We shouting out a charity?
I don't have a question.
Okay. Opposite man
What
doesn't have a question.
what wasn't your question?
Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's
No,
fine.
you're not. You are so not sorry.
Well, it's his opposite.
It's opposite world. It means he's not sorry.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Oh boy.
Unrelated thing. What's your favorite prank that you've ever been given or given?
What's our favorite prank we've ever? That question. That question.
I don't know if the mic's picked it up, but his friend or maybe not, maybe just a stranger was like.
I was going to say the wheels. The
that
wheels
sound
fell off
of like.
The wheels.
Like, I can't even imitate it. It's like uncontrollable derision. Like, oh my god, I can't keep the mirth from like. What's the?
He just gave up halfway through it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the favorite prank that you? I don't know.
Dan, you've been a victim of.
What's your favorite prank or least favorite prank that you either have or haven't been either the victim of or have perpetrated on another person or yourself? In opposite. No. I really don't know what the question is, but I know my favorite prank show of all time was Alan Funt's Playboy Channel prank show, because it was so humanistic. None of the marks were ever. They were just poor people that had clearly answered an ad that was like, your job is to come in and answer the phones in this like office, and they never. They would come in and they were thinking like, oh, I'm going to make $5 an hour answering a phone. And then the voice on the other end is Alan Funt. And then like a naked woman would come in or something. Just some like really an impossibly thin amount of variation on the idea of like a naked woman coming in and going like, I'm naked. Can I say that? And it was just basically like just every man like answering the phone. Alan Funt would call and go, hey, what the fuck is going on in there? I just want... and then the poor person would just be like, I don't know. She's naked. I don't know. She's naked? What the fuck? What the fuck's going on over there? And it was
He would swear like that?
Yeah, no, he said fuck every other word. I think it was just like to make it the Playboy Channel worthy. It was just like there was a name. What the fuck is happening? And it was like Alan Funt's voice. And then after a while they'd go, hey, you're on naked candid camera, and the person would go, great. And you give them more money than they thought they were going to get.
Yeah,
they were never like.
I wasn't involved in this one, but our friend Drew Carey was on the Drew Carey show. Drew had like wrapped a season. Was going to go on a vacation. And he had like an assistant, and he had his luggage backstage. And I think it was somebody in the prop department on the Drew Carey show at Warner Brothers took an enormous, like 1.5 foot long rubber dildo and put a bunch of metal screws in it, and then put it in his bag so it would set off the metal detector. Right. So when he got in through security, hey, I'm Drew Carey. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. And then they pulled out this giant fucking dildo. And apparently Drew, when he came back, didn't talk to anybody in the set for a month.
Speaking of pranks, though, I guess this fits in the category. We should have Eric Andre on the show. Have you guys watched Eric Andre?
Oh, yeah. The best.
Like that was one of those shows like Adam Ruins Everything. I've never watched it. And then Mike McMahon one day at Rick and Morty's writers' room was like, have you seen Eric Andre? So we started binging Eric Andre. It was like, holy shit, like really funny.
Great.
But it'd be interesting to. I've chatted with him and stuff at like up fronts, like know who he is, but hadn't. I think he would be interesting to talk to about the ins and outs of his show.
Absolutely.
I was season 2 of Punk'd, so I have 15 pranks on various celebrities. I'm just going to say the time we made Usher write a jingle and told him that his brother had stolen women's clothing from a shop in Beverly Hills. And then we had to say to him, like, and this is how we want the jingle to go, Usher.
He thought he was writing a jingle to get his brother out of hock with the place he had shoplifted at.
We told him, and his brother was there, and his brother was like, I stole these clothes for these women that I'm trying to see, and I'm in trouble. And it was like at Kitson or some shit. And we were like, well, you can get out of this if you sing this jingle for the store. And Usher was like, he looked at his brother and he goes, it's not sexy, man. What you're doing right now in the store, stealing clothes, it's not sexy. As if they had a discussion prior.
Wow.
Like, I had
When you
one.
steal, it's not sexy.
I
You
had
got to
one
be like
rule
Usher,
for
sexy.
you. You're Usher's brother. You're supposed to
Right.
go out there and be sexy. Right. You're supposed to do sexy things.
Right. So, pranks.
Did he write a jingle?
He did not. he was like, I will just take the hit. I'll buy the shit. I'll buy the shit.
I went. My niece Stephanie, when she was like maybe 5, I was 8. She was staying in the guest room in our house. I went and got under her bed like an hour before she went to bed. So I was in there.
Oh no.
This isn't a prank though. See?
And I tilted the mirror like on the wardrobe kind of thing. So
Wait, how old were you?
I was probably
last year.
no.
32.
I would say I was like 9 years old.
Okay, I was actually picturing. Like, the reason I said "oh no" is because I was picturing you like 30.
No.
Okay.
No. Like she's only a couple years younger than I. So like so she might have been 5. I was 7, 6, 8, something like that. And I tilted the mirror on the chest of drawers so I could kind of see up towards the bed, and was in there for an hour, and it was uncomfortable and it's cramped. And I used to fuck with her all the time. And she came in and got to bed, and I waited another hour. And there was enough light through the window, and she had a night light, so I could see that she was there. And I waited until she was like settled in bed, because she was like doing her thing and reading a book or playing with My Little Pony or whatever. And then I waited until she was like just about falling asleep. And I was there for 2 hours. And I went,
Oh.
Oh goddamn!
it was, she leapt 15 feet off the bed, turned the lights on, and I got out of the bed. I was like, I'm sorry. It's like, that was more terrorizing than it ought to have been. That's fucked up.
I remember my brother.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, my brother, I remember he wanted to scare my grandma, and he hid down in the basement.
So it's starting off as a good idea.
For a really long time. It was my grandma Bunny. She recently passed away, my mom's mom.
Is this the one that stabbed the dude?
No. That's her mom.
Okay.
That's Grandma Busha. But Grandma Bunny, like, I guess my brother like hid down in the basement because he wanted to scare Grandma. And she came down and she was doing laundry, and he was just hiding, and he was kind of biding his time. And then she let the biggest fart out. And then he started freaking out, like laughing and crying and stuff. And it was like I thought it was like a delightful story, because she was a little scared, but it was like funnier that it's like whatever he was going to do is more. Yeah. It's like, don't scare an old lady, but like it's nicer that she was like and then he was like, what? And it's like, yeah, why are you putting all this energy into?
Yeah, the hunter has become the hunted. Cliffhanger. Thank you all. We love you. Thank you for coming down to Dynasty Typewriter. Let's give it up for Brandon Johnson.
Go to sleep. Everybody go to sleep.
Rob Schraub.
The body needs sleep.
Also, I wasn't here. Let's give a big round of applause for our dearly departed friend Brody Stevens. I love him, but we miss him dearly. The world is not the same without him. Also, our friend Sam Christensen. We love you. You're still here with us. I'm your comptroller, Jeff Davis. Your mayor, Dan Harmon, everybody. Zach, you got me? All right. Zach McKeever with the beats. Thank you all. Drive fast, take chances.